Nora sat in the cold room. She wore plain cloth, gray and rough against her skin. The fabric scratched, like her life. Her sister Emma shone like the sun. Bright yellow dress, smooth silk, perfect curls that caught the light. The family gathered around Emma. They praised her beauty, her grace, her charm. But when they looked at Nora, their faces changed. Plain, her mother whispered. Too quiet. What use is she? Her father sighed deeply. Heavy, like a weight dropped on stone. You cannot catch a man, they said to Nora. Not like this. The words cut. Sharp, deep. They forced Nora to serve Emma, to stand behind her, to fade into shadow. Go with her. Sit behind her. Stay quiet, her mother ordered. Nora knew this was her punishment, for being born wrong, for not being enough. She was not free. She was not wanted. She was just there. Emma laughed at something. Sweet bells in the air. Their mother smiled with pride, pure joy on her face. But when she looked at Nora, nothing. Cold eyes, empty heart. Nora looked down. Her chest hurt, a tight band around her ribs. She could not breathe right. They planned to wed Emma to a duke. A grand match. A dream for most girls. But for Nora, it felt cruel, like watching someone else live the life she would never have. She was just a shadow by Emma's side. A gray ghost in a bright world. The mirror showed her truth each morning. Mousy brown hair, plain brown eyes, pale skin. Nothing special, nothing wanted. You must try harder, her mother said. But how? How could she change her face? Her voice? Her very soul? Nora told herself the same thing each day. Stay quiet. Do not hope. Do not dream. But deep down, one thought burned like a flame. Why can they not see me too? She had a heart. She had feelings. She had dreams locked away in a small box inside her chest. But no one cared to look. No one cared to ask. She was the spare daughter, the extra one, the mistake. Soon Emma would marry. Soon Nora would be left behind. Alone. Forgot. The thought made her stomach twist, her hands shake. Was this all her life would be? Serving others, hiding in corners, never being seen. She closed her eyes and made one small wish. Please, she whispered to no one. Let someone see me. Just once. Section 2. Male character intro. Target 600 words. Far away, the Duke paced his halls. His name was Tyler, Duke of Ashford. A title heavy with history. He looked strong from the outside. Tall frame, broad shoulders, dark hair that fell across his brow. But inside, his heart was soft, tender, easily hurt. He did not care for gold or pride. These things felt empty to him. Cold. People called him stern. They said he stayed alone too much, that he did not smile enough. But Tyler saw things with sharp eyes, clear sight that cut through lies. He saw truth in small acts, in quiet kindness, in gentle word. The marriage contract sat on his desk, heavy paper. Official seals. Emma's name was written in neat script. He agreed to meet her, to do his duty, but his heart felt nothing for this arrangement. He had no love for games, for pretense, for the dance of courtship. That meant nothing. Secret pain rested in his chest, deep, old, like a wound that never healed right. He lost his family young. Mother has a fever, father to grief, sister to the same sickness that took them all. He learned early, people leave, hearts break, trust die. The servants whispered about his coldness, his distance. They did not understand, but Tyler was not cold. Not really. He was careful, guarded, afraid. He valued honesty above all else. Truth spoken plain, no masks, no lies. He prized inner worth, the beauty that came from within, from kindness, from strength. He dreamed to meet someone with a kind heart, someone real, someone who would not leave. His study held books on healing, on helping others, on making the world better. He gave money to the poor, helped families in need. But he did it quietly, secret. People thought him cold because they could not see his heart. But it beat strong, warm, ready to love if he could find the right person. The right woman would not want his title, his money, his name. She would want him, just him. He walked to his window, looked out at rolling green fields. Somewhere out there was she waiting. The meeting with Emma was set. 3 days from now. His stomach twisted with dread. Another pretty face, another empty smile, another heart that wanted everything except him. But duty called. Honor demanded it. He would go. He would meet her. He would try. But in his deepest heart, he hoped for something more, something real, Something true. Someone who could see past his walls, past his fear. Someone who could heal the old wounds, fill the empty spaces. Someone like no one he had ever met. He picked up the contract again, read Emma's name, but his heart whispered a different hope. Let there be more than this. Please. Section 3, First Meeting. Target 700 words. Night came soft. Candles burned bright in crystal holders. Light danced on silk walls. The grand ballroom filled with the finest families. Jewels caught the light. Silk rustled like leaves. Nora and Emma entered together. But it felt like Emma entered, and Nora just followed. The hall was full of watching eyes. Hungry stares. Curious whispers. All looked to Emma. She smiled perfectly. Practiced. Bright as the morning sun. Her dress was blue silk. Deep as ocean water. It made her eyes shine like stars. Nora stayed small in the corner. Gray dress. Gray thoughts. Gray heart. Her hands shook like autumn leaves. She tried to still them, but they would not listen. The crowd parted like water. Someone was coming. Then Tyler arrived. Tall, dark coat that fit him perfectly. Each step calm, steady, sure. His presence filled the room. Strong, quiet, real. He walked toward Emma. The crowd held its breath, waiting, watching. This was the moment. The meeting everyone came to see. Emma lifted her chin, smiled wider, ready for her victory. But then, something changed. Tyler's eyes moved. Slow. Careful. Past Emma's bright smile. Past her perfect curls. Past her shining dress. His gaze found Nora. And he stopped, silent, still as still. Their eyes met across the crowded room. Brown eyes to brown eyes. Heart to heart. Time seemed to pause. The world went quiet. Then Tyler moved again, but not toward Emma. He walked to Nora, each step, sure, purpose in his movement. The crowd gasped. Feet shuffled. Whispers rose like wind. What is he doing? Someone hissed. Tyler stopped before Nora, close enough to see her fear, her surprise, her wonder. He bowed, low, deep, respectful, not to Emma, not to the family, to Nora. My lady, he said. His voice was warm. Honey, deep river water, safe harbor. Nora's heart raced like wild horses. Why her? Why not Emma? She looked behind her. Surely he meant someone else. But no one stood there. His gaze stayed firm, steady on her face, like she was the only person in the room. Emma's perfect smile cracked, just a little, like ice in spring. Their mother's face went white, then red, then white again. Your Grace, Nora whispered. Her voice came out small, scared, but real. Would you honor me with a dance? Tyler asked. The words hit the room like thunder. No one moved. No one breathed. Emma was supposed to dance first. That was the plan. The agreement. But Tyler's hand reached out, palm up, waiting. Nora looked at that hand. Strong fingers, gentle offer, choice. For the first time in her life, someone chose her first. Her small hand touched his larger one. Warm skin, steady grip. He led her to the center of the floor. The crowd parted again. But this time, for her, the music began. Soft violin, sweet notes that floated like dreams. Tyler danced with care. He did not press, did not push. He let her find her way. Why me? Nora whispered as they moved. Tyler's eyes were kind, honest. Because you are real, he said simply. Those 4 words changed everything. For the first time, Nora felt seen, truly seen. Not as Emma's shadow, not as the spare daughter, not as the plain one, as herself. As Nora. The dance ended too soon. Something had started. Something new. Something that felt like hope. Tyler bowed again. Thank you, he said. Like she had given him a gift. He walked away then. Duty called him to greet Emma, to be polite. But his eyes found Nora's once more across the room. And in that look, she saw promise. She saw possibility. She saw a future she never dared to dream. Section 4, Daily Life Begins. Target 800. 3 days passed, like a slow river. Then the carriage came. Nora's few things fit in one small trunk. Plain dresses, simple books, a pressed flower from their garden. The ride to Tyler's estate was long, quiet. Her heart beat fast the whole way. She feared it at first. These strange halls, new faces, different rules. What if she did something wrong? What if he changed his mind? But Tyler met her at the door. He smiled softly. Real, like sunrise after a storm. Welcome home, he said. Home, The word felt warm in her chest. He showed her through the house, room by room, patient, kind. This is the library, he said. Books lined every wall, floor to ceiling, more books than she had ever seen. Her eyes went wide. May I read them? They are yours now too, Tyler said. Simple as that. The dining room held a long table. But Tyler pulled out a chair at the small table by the window. I thought you might like the morning light, he said. He had thought of her, planned for her comfort. No one ever did that before. Days took on a new rhythm. Gentle, peaceful. Tyler showed small acts of care. He pulled her chair when she sat. He poured her tea before his own. He asked if she was warm enough, if she needed anything, if she was happy. Nora blushed each time. She did not know why he cared, but he did. She walked in the garden each morning. Roses and herbs grew wild together. Beautiful chaos. Tyler joined her often. He did not talk much, but his presence felt safe. He asked her soft things. About her dreams, her fears, her thoughts on simple matters. He listened closely, really listened. Like her words had value. He never spoke harshly, never raised his voice, never made her feel small. This confused her. Men were supposed to be hard, cold, demanding, but Tyler was gentle. Nora found work to do. She could not sit idle. That felt wrong. She helped Mrs. Chen in the kitchen. The cook was kind. Round face. Warm laugh. You have good hands for this, Mrs. Chen said as Nora kneaded bread. Nora learned to use herbs, to heal small cuts, to make tea for headaches. She mended torn cloth, fixed broken buttons. Small tasks that felt important. Her fingers were clever, quick. They remembered how to help. One evening, Tyler came to the kitchen. He looked tired. Warm. Your Grace, Mrs. Chen said. Miss Nora made soup. It will help your cold. Tyler looked surprised. You made this? Nora nodded. Shy. Just simple soup, nothing special. He tasted it slowly, his eyes closed. It is perfect, he said. Something warm bloomed in Nora's chest. Pride, joy, purpose. She could do things. Good things. Useful things. More days passed. Nora grew braver. She explored more rooms, met more servants. They were kind to her, respectful. They called her Miss and meant it. One maid named Sarah whispered one day, "He likes you, Miss. Really likes you." Nora laughed softly. Not me, Sarah. I am nothing special. But Sarah shook her head. You see how he looks at you? Like you are sunshine itself. Nora's heart began to warm, like ice melting in spring. Maybe, just maybe, she was wanted here. Tyler brought her small gifts. A book of poetry. Pressed flowers. A sketch pad for drawing. I noticed you watched the birds, he said about the sketch pad. Perhaps you would like to draw them. He noticed things about her. Small things. Important things. At dinner, he asked about her day. He cared about her answers. The herb garden needs work, Nora said one evening. Then we shall fix it, Tyler replied. Simple as that. The next morning, gardeners came. They worked where Nora pointed. They listened to her idea. She felt important, valued, heard. Her old life felt like a bad dream now. Cold rooms, cruel words, empty days. This was different. This was good. But late at night, fear crept in. What if it ended? What if he got tired of her? What if Emma came back? Beautiful Emma with her perfect smile. Nora pushed the thoughts away. But they lingered like shadows. She was happy now. Truly happy. But could it last? Section 5, Growth and Learning. Target 700 words. Weeks turned into months. Nora grew stronger each day. Like a flower finally given sunlight. She learned to heal wounds with herbs from the garden. Mrs. Chen taught her which plants helped pain, which ones stopped bleeding. A servant cut his hand on broken glass. Nora cleaned it gently, applied healing paste, wrapped it neatly. Thank you, miss, he said. Feels better already. Word spread through the house. Miss Nora could heal things, fix things, help things. She baked bread that rose high and golden, light as air, sweet as honey. Tyler ate 3 slices at breakfast. Best I have ever tasted, he said. His praise made her glow inside, warm and bright. She learned to keep books for the house, numbers in neat rows, orders for supplies, wages for workers. Her writing was clear. Her math was right. Tyler trusted her with more each week. You have a gift for this, he said, looking over her work. A gift. Nora had never thought she had gifts before. The local doctor, Dr. James, came to visit. Old man with kind eyes. He saw Nora's herb work, her healing touch. Remarkable, he said. You have natural skill. Would you like to learn more? Tyler nodded. Yes. Before Nora could speak, anything she wishes to learn. So Dr. James brought books. Real medical books with pictures and knowledge. Nora read them hungrily. Like a starved person given food, she learned about bones and blood, about sickness and health, about helping people feel better. Soon servants came to her first when they were hurt. Before calling the doctor, she set a broken finger, treated a bad cough, helped a woman through a difficult birth. She saved my baby, the woman cried. Miss Nora saved us both. People in the village heard about her skills. They came asking for help. Tyler never said no. The door is always open, he told them. Nora felt purpose growing in her chest. Like a seed becoming a tree, she was useful, needed, important. Her hands grew sure and steady. No more shaking, no more fear. She walked straighter now, head up, eyes forward. The mirror showed different things. Same face, but confident now, alive. Tyler saw her glow, her new strength, her growing pride. You are blooming, he said one evening as they walked the garden. Like the roses? Nora asked. Like yourself, Tyler said. Your true self. She did not need beauty to shine. She had something better. She had worth, real worth that came from inside. The servants spoke of her with respect. Miss Nora, this. Miss Nora, that. Not because she was Tyler's choice. Because she earned it. She organized the household smooth as silk. Fixed problems before they grew big. When the cook got sick, Nora ran the kitchen. Meals came out perfect. On time. Delicious. How did you learn all this? Tyler asked, amazed. I watched. I listened. I tried. Nora said simply. But it was more than that. She cared. She paid attention. She wanted to help. Her old family never let her try. Never let her learn. Never let her grow. Here, Tyler encouraged everything. Supported every dream. What else would you like to learn? He asked often. Languages. Music. Art. The world felt full of possibility now. She was not the spare daughter anymore. Not the plain one. Not the shadow. She was Nora. Healer. Helper. Homemaker. She was enough. More than enough. She was valuable. And for the first time in her life, she believed it. Section 6. Emotional connection. Target 700 words. One night in late autumn, rain fell hard against the windows. Wind howled like a lonely wolf. The fire cracked warm in the sitting room. Orange light danced on the wall. Nora sat near the flames, a book in her lap. But she was not reading. She was watching Tyler. He stared into the fire. His face looked sad, distant. Are you well? She asked softly. Tyler turned to her. His eyes held old pain, deep hurt that lived in shadow. Just remembering, he said. Bad memories? He nodded slowly. This was the night, 5 years ago. When they all left, Nora's heart squeezed tight. She knew about loss. Different kind, but loss all the same. She set down her book, moved closer. Not too close, but near. Tell me, she said gently. Tyler's voice came quiet, like secrets shared in darkness. Fever took them, one by one. Mother first, then father, then my sister Anna. His hands clenched tight. I could not save them. I tried, but you were alone, Nora whispered. So alone, Tyler said. Empty house. Silent halls. No laughter. No love. Nora understood empty. She understood silence. I was alone too, she said softly. Different way. But alone. Tyler looked at her then. Really looked. Your family? They saw me as a burden. Mistake. Extra mouth to feed. The words came easier now, like old wounds finally healing. How could they not see? Tyler asked. Wonder in his voice. See what? Your kindness. Your strength. Your beautiful heart. Nora's breath caught. Beautiful heart. Her heart? They saw only what I was not, Nora said. Not pretty like Emma. Not charming. Not wanted. Their loss, Tyler said fiercely. Their terrible loss. They sat quiet then. Rain against glass. The fire crackled warmly. I feared trusting again, Tyler said after a while. People leave. Hearts break. Why risk it? But you chose me, Nora said. Why? Tyler smiled softly. Real. Because you do not want my title, my money, my name. What do I want? Nora asked, curious. Me, just me. The words hung in the air like music. Nora's hand moved slowly. Careful. Until her fingers brushed his. Tyler went very still, like a deer hearing sounds. Is this all right? Nora whispered. Tyler's hand turned. Palm up. Their fingers laced together. More than all right, he said quietly. His hand was warm, strong, safe. They sat like that as the storm raged outside. Connected, close. I was so scared, Nora confessed. That first day, I thought, this cannot be real. It is real, Tyler said. More real than anything I have known. What if Emma had come alone? What if you had never seen me? Tyler squeezed her hand gently. But I did see you, and you saw me. Past your walls. Past everything. To the man inside. Nora's heart felt so full, it might burst. Like a balloon filled too much with air. I love, she started, then stopped, too scared to finish. What? Tyler asked softly. I love how safe you make me feel. Tyler's eyes went bright, soft. I love how you make me feel alive again. The words were not quite I love you, but close. So close. A bond grew between them that was more than need, more than an arrangement. It was real, deep, true, something that could last. Something strong, something like love. The fire burned lower, the rain slowed, but they did not move. This moment was perfect, precious, worth holding forever. Two lonely hearts finding each other at last. Two wounded souls beginning to heal. Together. Section 7. Conflict and Secrets. Target, 800 words. Spring arrived with cruel timing. Just as Nora felt truly happy, the past came knocking. Loud banging on the front door. Angry voices in the hall. Nora's family had come. She heard her mother's sharp voice. Her father's heavy steps. Emma's lighter footfall. They pushed past the butler. Invaded like an army. Tyler stood in the doorway, calm, but his eyes were hard as stone. What is the meaning of this? He asked coldly. Nora's mother sneered, face twisted with rage and shame. She is a thief, her mother spat. A liar, a cheat. The words hit Nora like slaps. Her old fears rose up, dark and choking. Explain yourself, Tyler said quietly. Dangerous quiet. The contract was for Emma, her father said. Not this nothing girl. Emma stood silent. For once, her perfect smile was gone. She stole Emma's place, her mother continued. Tricked you somehow. Bewitched you. Nora's hands shook. Her chest felt tight, hard to breathe. The old voices in her head started screaming. You are nothing. You are wrong. You do not deserve this. She has no right, her mother hissed. No beauty, no grace, no worth. Tyler stepped forward. His voice cut like a blade. Enough. The single word filled the room. Powerful. Final. Nora has every right. She is my choice. My only choice. But Nora barely heard him. The old poison was in her blood again. The old doubt. What if they were right? What if she was just fooling herself? The whole town laughs. Emma spoke for the first time. A sweet voice turned bitter. They say you chose the wrong sister. The broken one. Nora felt herself shrinking. Getting smaller, like a flower dying. Her family left with more cruel words. More poison, more hate, but the damage was done. That night, Nora sat by her window, staring at nothing. Tyler found her there, quiet, small, broken again. They are wrong, he said softly. Are they? Nora whispered. Look at me. Really look. I am plain. Ordinary. Nothing special. Tyler knelt beside her chair, took her hands gently. Then I must tell you something. A secret I have kept. He went to his desk, pulled out an old letter. Yellow, with a. My mother wrote this before she died. Read it. Nora took the letter with shaking hands. Her writing was faded but clear. My dearest son, I have seen your future in dreams. You will marry not for beauty or status, but for love. True love. Look for the woman with the gentle heart, the healing hands, the quiet strength. She will save your soul as you save hers. Wait for her, my darling boy. She is worth waiting for. Nora's eyes filled with tears. Your mother wrote this 5 years ago, before she died. I promised to wait, to look for the woman she described. Tyler's voice was thick with emotion. Do you not see, Nora? You are her. The gentle heart, the healing hands, the quiet strength. But I am not beautiful. You are beautiful to me, inside and out, where it matters. Nora wanted to believe. But the poison was strong. The town thinks. The town does not know you, does not see your worth. But I do. Tyler pulled out another paper, official looking, Heavy seal. I had this written the day after we met. A new contract. With your name. Not Emma's. Nora stared at the document. Her name in black ink. Legal. Official. Real. But why? You barely knew me. Tyler smiled softly. I knew enough. You helped the servants. You spoke gentle words. You had kind eyes. That was enough. What if I disappoint you? Impossible. But fear lived deep in Nora's heart now, like a weed with long roots. The gossip in town grew louder, crueler. People whispered when she passed. Poor Duke, stuck with the plain sister. What was he thinking? She must have trapped him somehow. Each word was a cut, a doubt, a fear. Nora began to believe them again. Started seeing herself through their eyes. Plain, wrong, unworthy. She pulled away from Tyler. Bit by bit, day by day. She still did her work, but the joy was gone. The light was dim. Tyler saw the change. It broke his heart. But how do you fight old wounds? Old poison? Old lies? How do you prove love when someone cannot love themselves? The conflict was not just outside now. It lived inside Nora's heart. And that was the hardest battle of all. Section 8. Standing strong. Target 700 words. 1 month passed in gray silence. Nora grew smaller each day, like a candle burning out. Tyler watched her fade. His heart broke piece by piece. Then came the town festival. Everyone would be there, including Nora's family. We do not have to go, Tyler said gently. But something stirred in Nora, deep down, small but growing. No, she said quietly. I want to go. Tyler looked surprised. Are you certain? Nora stood straighter. Just a little. Yes. The festival was bright with ribbons and music. People laughed and danced. But when Nora arrived, whispers started. Fingers pointed. Her family stood near the center. Emma in blue silk, perfect as always. They saw Nora coming. Smiled cold smiles. Look, her mother said loudly. The thief arrives. People turned. Stared. Judged. Nora's steps slowed. The old fear rose up. But then, she remembered. Mrs. Chen's smile when Nora healed her burned hand. Dr. James saying she had remarkable skill. The woman whose baby she saved. Tyler's gentle words every day. You are beautiful to me. The servants who called her miss, with real respect. All the lives she had touched. All the good she had done. All the love she had given and received. Nora stopped walking. Right in the center of the crowd, her voice came small at first, then stronger. I am not a thief. Her mother laughed harshly. Look at you. Plain little mouse. Speaking up at last. I am not plain. Nora said louder. I am skilled. Gasps from the crowd. No one expected this. I heal people. I help them. I make their lives better. She looked around the crowd. Found faces she knew. Mrs. Rose. I helped birth your son when he came early. Mrs. Rose nodded quickly. You saved us both, miss. Tom Miller. I set your broken arm when Dr. James was away. Tom held up his arm. Strong and straight. Works perfectly now, Miss Nora. More voices joined in. People she had helped, healed, saved. She cured my daughter's fever, fixed my wife's breathing problem, delivered my grandson safe. Nora's voice grew stronger with each testimony. I run a household of 20 people. I keep the books, I plan the meals. I solve problems. She turned to her family. No more fear in her eyes. I am not beautiful like Emma, but I have other gifts. Real gifts. Emma's perfect smile cracked. Gifts? You call that gifts? Yes, Tyler's voice rang out strong. He moved to stand beside Nora. The crowd went silent. The Duke was speaking. She has the gift of healing, of kindness, of strength. Tyler took Nora's hand. Public, proud. She turned my empty house into a home. She brought life back to my heart. He looked at Nora's family with cold eyes. You threw away a treasure, because you could not see past the surface. Nora felt power flowing through her. Real power. True strength. I am not perfect, she said to the crowd. But I am worthy. She looked at her mother. You taught me I was nothing. You were wrong. Her father shifted uncomfortably. Nora, you should not. I should not what? Speak truth? Stand tall? Know my worth? The crowd was with her now, nodding, agreeing. I am Nora. I am a healer. I am Tyler's chosen wife. I am enough. Emma stepped forward. For once she looked small. I am sorry, Emma whispered. The words shocked everyone, including Emma herself. I was jealous when he chose you. I did not understand, but I see now. Emma's eyes were wet with tears. You are better than me. in ways that mattered. Their mother's face went red, then white. She had no words left. The crowd began to clap. Slow at first, then louder, stronger. They were clapping for Nora. For truth. For courage. Tyler squeezed her hand. I am so proud of you. Nora smiled. Really smiled. For the first time in months. She was different now. Stronger now. Ready now. The old Nora was gone. The scared small girl. This was the real Nora. The one who had always been there, waiting to be set free. Section 9. Victory and resolution. Target 700 words. The family left that same day, quiet. Ashamed. Defeated. But Emma lingered behind. She approached Nora carefully, like approaching a wounded animal. May I speak with you? Emma asked softly. Nora nodded, curious more than angry now. They walked to the garden, away from listening ears. I owe you truth, Emma said. Her perfect composure was cracked. Real emotion showed through. I knew, she whispered. When we were children, I knew you were special. Nora looked surprised. What do you mean? You found the lost puppy when no one else could. You always knew when I was sad, even when I hid it. You had gift. Emma's voice broke a little. But mother and father, they only saw surfaces. They taught me to see them too. Why are you telling me this? Because I have been empty inside. Pretty but hollow, like a beautiful shell with nothing inside. Emma touched a rosebush gently. You have substance, worth real beauty that comes from within. She turned to Nora, eyes wet with unshed tears. Tyler saw it immediately. What took me years to understand. Emma, I want to be better. Like you, I want to mean something. The sisters looked at each other. Really looked. Maybe for the first time. You can be, Nora said softly. It is never too late to choose kindness. Emma smiled. Then, small but real. Will you teach me? Nora's heart warmed. If you truly want to learn. They parted that day as friends. Not close yet, but hopeful. The town changed too. People who had whispered cruel things now spoke different words. Have you met Lady Nora? She saved my grandmother's life. Such a kind heart. So skilled with healing. The Duke chose well. Very well indeed. Nora walked with her head high now. Not from pride, but from quiet confidence. She knew her worth. Finally, truly, Tyler saw the change. Joy returned to his eyes. You are magnificent, he told her one evening as they walked the gardens. I am me, Nora replied. Just me. But that is enough. More than enough. You are everything I never dared to hope for. The household ran smoother than ever. Nora's gentle leadership brought out the best in everyone. Servants who had been sullen grew cheerful. Workers who had been careless became precise. She makes us all want to be better, Mrs. Chen said to Tyler. The local doctor asked Nora to be his partner. Your skills surpass mine in many ways, he said. Nora accepted. Her first real profession. Her own work. Her own achievement. Word spread to neighboring towns. People traveled hours to see the healing Duchess. But Nora never let praise go to her head. She remembered being small, being overlooked. She made sure others never felt that way. The young maids were taught to read. The stable boys learned number. Everyone has worth, Nora said. Everyone deserves a chance to grow. Tyler watched all this with deep love, deep pride. His empty house was full now. Full of laughter, full of purpose, full of life. Do you regret it? Nora asked one day. Choosing the plain sister? Tyler cupped her face gently. I did not choose the plain sister. I chose the extraordinary woman. I am not extraordinary. You are to me, you will always be. To me. The old pain was gone from Tyler's eyes, the old emptiness from his heart. Nora had healed more than cuts and fevers. She had healed his soul, and he had healed hers. They were whole now, complete, not because they were perfect, but because they were perfect for each other. The victory was not over her family, not over the town gossips. The victory was over fear, over doubt, over old wounds and cruel lies. The victory was becoming who they were meant to be. Section 10. Happy ending. Target 700 words. 2 years passed, like a gentle river. Slow, peaceful, full of quiet joy. The estate bloomed under Nora's care. Gardens grew wild and beautiful. The house sang with laughter. Nora and Tyler walked the grounds each evening, hand in hand. Hearts joined as one. She wore simple dresses still, but now, by choice, not shame. Her face glowed with health and happiness. Her eyes sparkled with purpose and love. The new school opens next week, Nora said, as they paused by the rose garden. She had started a school for local children. All children, rich and poor together. Mrs. Johnson will teach letters. Dr. James will teach healing. I will teach everything else. Tyler smiled warmly. You will change their lives. Like you changed mine. We changed each other, Nora corrected softly. The healing clinic thrived. People came from 3 counties to see Lady Nora. But she never charged the poor, never turned away the desperate. Healing is a gift, she said. Gifts should be shared. Young women came to learn from her. How to heal, how to help, how to be strong. You do not need to be beautiful, Nora taught them. You need to be useful, to be kind, to be brave. She was training a new generation, girls who would know their worth from the start. Emma visited often now. She had changed much, grown in ways that mattered. She worked with orphans in the city. She used her beauty now for good purposes. You were right, Emma told Nora. Real beauty comes from what you do, not how you look. The sisters were close now. True friends. The way sisters should be. Their parents had grown quiet, less cruel. Age and regret had softened them. They never apologized with words. But they looked at Nora differently now, with respect, with wonder, with something like pride. Tyler's estate prospered. Happy workers were good workers. But more than that, it became a place of refuge, of healing, of hope. People came broken and left whole. Like we did, Tyler said to Nora one night, as they sat by their fire, the same fire where they first shared their pain, their fears, their heart. Do you ever miss it? Nora asked. The quiet life? Before all this? Tyler considered carefully. I miss the peace sometimes, but not the emptiness. He pulled her closer. You filled all the empty spaces, made everything bright. A soft cry came from upstairs. Their son, baby James, was waking. Nora rose to go to him. But Tyler caught her hand. Let me, he said gently. He loved caring for their child. This miracle they had made together. Nora watched him go. Her heart was full to bursting. She had everything now. Love, purpose, family, respect. But more than that, she had herself, her true self. Finally free. The maid Sarah appeared in the doorway. Older now, but still kind. Your Grace, Sarah said with a warm smile. Just Nora, Sarah. Always just Nora. I wanted to say, we all see it, you know. See what? How far you have come. How strong you grew. How you changed everything. Sarah's eyes were bright with tears. You saved us all. Not just with healing, but with hope. Hope? That plain girls can be extraordinary. That quiet strength matters. That kindness wins. Tyler returned with baby James. Sweet boy with his father's dark hair and his mother's gentle eyes. The baby reached for Nora, smiled wide. Pure love in his tiny face. He knows he is loved, Tyler said softly. As we all should know, Nora replied. She looked around their sitting room, fire crackling, family close, hearts full. The girl who once sat in a cold gray room was gone forever. This was Nora now, healer, teacher, mother, wife, leader, friend. She was beloved. She was respected. She was strong, but most important of all, she was free. Free from old wounds, free from cruel voices, free from small dreams, free to be exactly who she was meant to be. The mirror in their bedroom showed her truth each morning. Not a plain girl anymore, but a woman of worth, of substance, of deep, real beauty. Tyler saw it. Their son saw it. The whole world saw it now. But best of all, Nora saw it too, and she would never ever forget again. Their love story was complete, but their life together was just beginning. Forever and always, they would choose each other. Forever and always, they would be enough. Harper stood by her bedroom window. Snow fell hard outside. Her hands shook as she touched the glass. Tomorrow is her sister's wedding day. Emma would wear white silk. She would smile like a princess. The whole town would cheer. But Harper was the mistake. She looked at her reflection. Plain brown hair, small brown eyes, and her left hand. The scar ran from thumb to wrist. A cooking accident when she was 12. Her mother never let her forget it. Damaged goods, her mother would say. Who will want you now? Her sisters were perfect. Emma had golden hair and blue eyes. Sarah had a tiny waist and perfect skin. They laughed like music. Men lined up to court them. Harper worked in the kitchen. She served at parties. She cleaned their rooms. She was invisible. Gifts. The bedroom door opened. Her father stepped in. His face was cold, hard, like winter stone. Pack your things, he said. Harper's heart stopped. Father? You heard me. Pack. Tonight. She turned around. Her legs felt weak. I don't understand. Emma is marrying the mayor's son tomorrow. Important people will come. They cannot see you here. The words hit like ice water. Where will I go? Her father's eyes showed nothing. No love. No care. That is not my problem anymore. Father, please. I have nowhere. You are a shame to this family. You always were. Emma needs a perfect wedding. You will ruin it just by being here. Harper felt tears start. I could hide. I could stay in my room. No one would see me. No. His voice cut like a blade. You leave tonight. Do not come back. Ever. He walked to the door. Stopped. Looked back. We should have sent you away years ago. You were our mistake. Now we fix it. The door slammed shut. Harper fell to her knees. The room spun around her. Her chest felt crushed. She could not breathe. Her own family. Her own blood. They wanted her gone. She was nothing to them. She had always been nothing. Hours later, she stood at the front door, one small bag in her good hand. Her coat is too thin for the storm outside. Her mother watched from the stairs. No goodbye. No tears. Just a cold stare. Remember, her mother said. You chose this. You could have been different. Better. But you stayed. Wrong. Harper opened the door. Wind bit her face like knives. Snow swirled thick and wild. She looked back one last time. The house was warm. Golden light glowed in the windows. Her family sat by the fire. Happy, laughing. Without her, she stepped into the storm. The door closed behind her with a final click. The cold hit her like a wall. Her thin boots sank deep in the snow. Each step hurt. Each breath burned her lungs. She walked down the road, away from everything she knew, into the darkness. Where could she go? Who would take her? A scarred girl with nothing. The wind howled around her. It sounded like voices, mocking voices. Worthless. Broken. Wrong. Her feet grew numb. Her fingers turned blue. The bag felt heavy as stone. She stumbled. Fell. Snow filled her mouth. She crawled forward on her knees. Fell again. Street. Why keep trying? She whispered to the empty night. Why live? No one loved her. No one wanted her. Even her own family threw her away. She lay in the snow, so cold now, so tired. Her eyes closed. Maybe this was better. Maybe death was kinder than life. She whispered goodbye to the dark sky above. But then, a sound. Hooves on frozen ground. Getting closer. Through the storm, a rider appeared. Tall, dark cloak, strong horse. The man looked down at her. She could not see his face in the shadows. He jumped down, knelt beside her. His hands were gentle as he lifted her up. You are safe now. His voice was deep. Calm. I have you. Harper tried to speak, but darkness took her. She fainted in his strong arm. The last thing she heard was his voice again. Soft. Determined. She will not die tonight. Not while I breathe. The man who saved Harper was Logan. Once he had been Duke of Westfield. Rich. Powerful. Respected. Now he was nothing. An exile. A ghost. 3 years ago, his world fell apart. His younger brother James betrayed him, lied to the court, said Logan stole money from the crown. It was not true. But who would believe a duke over written proof? James had forged papers, bought witnesses, planned everything. The real truth. James wanted Logan's title, his land, his power. The night Logan discovered the lies, he confronted James. They fought. Swords were drawn. Logan's best friend, Thomas, tried to stop them. He stepped between the brothers. James's sword found Thomas's heart. Logan held his dying friend in his arms. Thomas whispered, "Forgive him, Logan. Hatred will kill you too." But the court saw only this. Logan fighting his brother, the dead man on the floor. Blood on Logan's sword. They stripped away his title, his lands, his name. They cast him out into exile. You are dead to us, the king declared. Never return. Logan rode away that night. His heart is broken. His life was destroyed. He could have fought back, proved his innocence. But Thomas was gone, and hatred was eating Logan's soul. So he disappeared, vanished like morning mist. For 3 years, Logan lived in the wild northern lands, far from courts and cities, away from people who knew his name. He bought a small house with his last gold, simple place. Stone walls, warm fire, enough. The local people whispered about him. Strange man, keeps to himself, might be dangerous. But Logan was not dangerous. He was broken. He helped travelers lost in storms, fed hungry children, healed sick animals. He asked for nothing, expected nothing. He lived like a ghost, half alive, waiting for nothing.
And
But tonight, seeing Harper in the snow, something changed. He saw her face, young, scared, abandoned, just like him. She knows this pain, he thought, as he carried her home. She knows what it means to be thrown away. His horse moved fast through the storm. Harper was light in his arms, but her breathing was weak. "Stay with me," he whispered. "Do not give up now." Why did he care? Why risk helping a stranger? Maybe because saving her meant saving something in himself. Maybe because good people should not die alone in the cold. Maybe because Thomas would have wanted him to help. Logan kicked open his door. Warmth hit them like a wave. He laid Harper on his bed, built up the fire, brought hot water and a clean cloth. Her lips were blue. Her skin was white as snow, but she was alive. He sat beside her, watched her breathe. "You will live," he said to her sleeping form. "I promise you that." For the first time in 3 years, Logan felt purpose again. Someone needed him. Someone he could actually save. He would not fail this time. He would not let another good person die. Harper woke to the smell of bread baking. Warm. So warm, thick quilts covered her. A fire crackled nearby. Where was she? She blinked. Tried to sit up. Her body ached like she had been trampled by horses. "Easy." A voice. Male. Gentle. "You are safe now." Harper turned her head. A man sat in a chair beside the bed. Dark hair. Kind eyes. Strong jaw. Fear shot through her. She pulled the quilts up to her chin. "Who are you? Where am I?" "My name is Logan. This is my home. You were dying in the snow last night. I brought you here." Harper's mind raced. A stranger's house. A strange man. This could be a trap. "I should go," she whispered. "In this storm, you would die before you reached the road." She listened. Wind still howled outside. Snow still beat the window. "I have no money," she said quickly. "I cannot pay you." Logan smiled. Small. Sad. "I ask for nothing." This confused her. Men always wanted something. Payment, service, favors. But his eyes were different. No hunger, no demand, just kindness. "Dad, are you hungry?" Logan asked. Harper's stomach answered with a loud growl. She had not eaten since yesterday morning. Logan chuckled. "I will take that as a yes." He stood up, tall, strong. But he moved gently, like he was afraid to scare her. "Rest. I will bring food." He left the room. Harper heard him moving around the kitchen, humming softly. She looked around. Simple room. Clean. A few books on a shelf, clothes hanging on pegs. No fancy things. No gold or silk. Just home. When was the last time she felt safe? Really safe? Never. Not even in her family's house. To see, Logan returned with a tray, warm bread, hot soup, sweet tea. "Eat slowly," he said. "Your stomach needs time." Harper took a careful sip of soup. It was good. Really good. "Did you make this?" "I did." "You cook?" Logan sat back down. "I do many things now. Cook, clean, mend. You learn when you live alone." "Why do you live alone?" His face changed. Shadows crossed his eyes. "That is a long story." Harper ate in silence. The food warmed her from inside, made her feel human again. "What is your name?" Logan asked. "Harper." "Harper. That is a nice name." No one had ever said that before. Her family always made it sound like a curse. "Why did you help me?" Harper asked. Logan was quiet for a long moment. "Because," he said finally, "I know what it feels like to be thrown away." "So no." Something in his voice made Harper look up. Really look. His clothes were simple but well made. His hands were clean but scarred. His voice was educated but sad. "You are not what you seem," she said. "None of us are." Harper finished her soup, set down the spoon. "My family cast me out," she said quietly. "Said I was their mistake, their shame. Then they were fools." The words were firm. Sure. Like he meant them. Harper felt tears start. "You do not even know me." "I know enough. You survived a night that should have killed you. You are stronger than you think." Harper wiped her eyes. "I do not feel strong. Strength is not a feeling. It is a choice. You chose to keep walking. You chose to live." Logan stood up. "Rest now. Tomorrow we will see what comes next." He took the tray, headed for the door. "Logan?" He turned back. "Thank you." He nodded. Sleep well, Harper. The door closed softly. Harper lay back in the warm bed. For the first time in years, she felt something strange. Hope. 3 days passed. The storm finally ended. The sun came out. Snow sparkled like diamonds. Harper felt stronger. Her color came back. Her hands stopped shaking. But where could she go? She had nowhere. No one. Logan never asked her to leave. Never made her feel unwanted. Instead, he gave her small tasks. Would you help me feed the chickens? Could you mend this shirt? Simple things. Easy things. But they made her feel useful. Harper learned Logan's daily routines. He woke before dawn, fed his animals, chopped wood, fixed whatever was broken. He cooked simple meals, read books by the fire, helped neighbors when they needed it. A quiet life. A peaceful life. But sometimes, Harper caught him staring out the window, looking sad, like he was remembering something painful. Who were you before? She wanted to ask, but she did not. Everyone had secrets. Even her kid. On the 4th morning, Harper woke to find Logan already gone. She dressed quickly, went to the kitchen. A note on the table. Gone to help sick child in village. Back by evening. Make yourself at home. Make herself at home. When had anyone ever said that to her? Harper looked around the empty house. She could leave now, walk away. He would never find her. But where would she go? Instead, she started breakfast. Found eggs from the chickens. Baked fresh bread. Made coffee. It felt good to work, to be useful. With Chen, Logan returned at sunset. Tired. Worried. How is the child? Harper asked. Better. The fever broke. Logan stopped. Sniffed the air. Something smells wonderful. I made stew and bread. I hope that is all right. Logan smiled. Really smiled. The first real smile she had seen from him. More than all right, thank you. They ate together by the fire. Logan told her about the village, the people, their troubles and joys. You care about them, Harper said. They are good people. They accepted me when no one else would. What do you mean? Logan was quiet for a moment. He came here with nothing. No name. No past. They could have turned me away. But they did not. Harper understood. Like you did not turn me away. Like I did not turn you away. They looked at each other across the table. Understanding passed between them. Both outcasts. Both alone. Both are trying to build something new. With Jill, days turned into weeks. Harper learned to milk the cow, tend the garden, preserve food for winter. Logan taught her patiently. Never rushed her, never criticized when she made mistakes. Try again, he would say gently. You will get it. And she did. Slowly. Surely. She got better at everything. Her hands grew strong from work. Her back grew straight from purpose. She laughed sometimes. Real laughter. It surprised them both. One evening, Logan found Harper in the garden. She was talking to the vegetables as she weeded. Grow strong, little carrots. Winter is coming. We need you healthy. Logan chuckled. Do they listen? Harper blushed. It sounds silly, but I think they do. Plants like kind words, like people do. You are right. Kind words make everything grow better. Harper stood up, brushed dirt off her hands. My mother never understood that. Tell me about your family. So Harper did. She told him about Emma and Sarah, about being the unwanted daughter, about years of criticism and cruelty. They made me feel like I was born wrong, she finished. Logan's jaw tightened. You were not born wrong. They were wrong. Wrong to treat you that way. How can you be so sure? Because I see who you really are. Kind, gentle, strong, hardworking. Any family would be lucky to have you. Harper felt tears start. But they were different tears. Healing tears. I have never felt lucky, she whispered. Then feel it now. You survived them. You survived the storm. You are here. You are alive. You are becoming who you were meant to be. Thank Dan. That night, Harper looked at herself in Logan's small mirror. Her face had changed. Still plain, maybe, but different. Her eyes were brighter. Her skin was healthier. Her smile was real. She was becoming someone new, someone she actually liked. Summer came to the northern lands. Harper's garden bloomed like a miracle. Vegetables grew large and sweet. Herbs smelled rich and green. How do you do it? Logan asked, amazed. I listen to them, Harper said simply. Plants tell you what they need. You just have to pay attention. Word spread to the village. People came to see Harper's garden, to ask for advice. My tomatoes are dying, said Mary, the baker's wife. Harper knelt by the sad plants, touched the soil, smelled the leaves. Too much water, she said. And they need more sun. Move them here. Water them only when the soil feels dry. A week later, Mary's tomatoes were thriving. More people came. Harper helped them all. She taught old John how to save his apple trees. Showed young Anne how to grow healing herbs. Helped the minister's wife start her first vegetable patch. You have a gift, Logan told her one evening. It is not magic, Harper said. Just caring. Paying attention. That is magic enough. Harper felt pride swell in her chest. Real pride. In herself. In something she could do well. Her family had always made her feel useless. But here she mattered. Thursday. One day, a child fell sick in the village. High fever. Terrible cough. The doctor was away. The child was getting worse. Please, the mother begged Logan. You're Harper. They say she knows healing plants. Harper's heart raced. I do not know much about healing people. But you know plants, Logan said gently. Trust yourself. Harper gathered herbs from her garden, made a tea for the fever, a poultice for the child's chest. She sat with the little boy all night, sang to him, held his mother's hand. By morning, the fever broke. The child smiled, asked for food. The mother wept with relief. You saved him. You saved my son. Dawn. Harper walked home in the dawn light. Her heart felt full, proud, amazing. She had helped. Really helped. Saved a life. Logan waited for her at the door. How is he? Better. Much better. Harper's eyes shone. I did it. Logan. I really helped him. Logan pulled her into his arms. Held her tight. I am so proud of you. Harper felt something shift in her chest. A warmth that had nothing to do with herbs or healing. She pulled back, looked up at Logan's face. When had she started caring about what he thought? When had his opinion become so important? When had she started loving him? The thought scared her. Love was dangerous. Love meant pain. But Logan was different. He saw her, really saw her, not as broken, not a mistake, as herself, as valuable, as worthy. I should check on the child again later, she said, stepping away. Of course. Logan's voice was gentle. Understand. But his eyes held something new too. Something that made Harper's heart race and her knees weak. Something that felt like possibility. Summer nights were long and warm. Harper and Logan sat by the fire after supper. Talking. Always talking now. About books. About dreams. About the past that hurt them both. What was your brother like? Harper asked one evening. Before everything went wrong. Logan stared into the flames. James was charming. Everyone loved him. He could make people laugh. Make them feel special. And you, I was the serious one. The responsible one. I followed rules. Did my duty. Logan's voice grew bitter. Much good it did me. Harper reached over, touched his hand. It was not your fault. Sometimes I think, maybe if I had been different, less rigid, more like James. No. Harper's voice was firm. James chose to betray you. That was his choice. He's evil, not yours. Logan looked at her. Really looked. How did you become so wise? Pain teaches wisdom, whether we want to learn or not. Turns to. They sat in comfortable silence. Harper's hand was still on his. Harper. Logan's voice was soft. Yes, I need to tell you something. About why I really left court. Harper's heart stuttered. You do not have to. Yes, I do. Logan turned to face her fully. Because this matters now. You matter now. Harper felt her breath catch. Logan, I killed a man, Harper, my friend. The best man I ever knew. The words hung in the air like smoke. Tell me, Harper whispered. So Logan did. He told her everything about James' betrayal, about Thomas's death, about the exile and shame. I see Thomas sometimes. Logan finished. In dreams. He tells me to forgive, to live. But I do not know how. That. Harper was quiet for a long time. Your friend, she said finally. Thomas, what would he think of you now? What do you mean? You saved my life. You helped the villagers. You are kind, gentle, good. Harper's eyes were bright with tears. I think Thomas would be proud. Logan's breath caught. Harper, you are not a killer, Logan. You are a healer, a protector, the man who saved me when my own family threw me away. But the guilt will always be there. But it does not have to rule you. Harper squeezed his hand. You honor Thomas by living well, by being good, by saving people like me. Logan brought her hand to his lips, kissed her scarred palm gently. You saved me too, he whispered. Every day, just by being here. We saw the air between them changed, became electric, dangerous. Harper felt her heart racing. Her cheeks were burning. Logan was looking at her like she was beautiful. Harper, his voice was rough. I know. She could barely breathe. I feel it too. This is dangerous. Everything good is dangerous. Logan cupped her face in his hands. You could do so much better than a broken duke with blood on his conscience. Harper smiled through her tears. I am a scarred girl whose own family cast her out. We are both broken, Logan. Maybe that is why we fit. He leaned closer. So close she could feel his breath. If we do this, if we cross this line, there is no going back. I do not want to go back. I want to go forward. With you. Logan kissed her then. Soft, sweet, full of promise. Harper had never been kissed before. Had never thought anyone would want to kiss her. But this was perfect. This was love. And they broke apart. Foreheads touching. Hearts racing. I love you, Logan whispered. God help me, I love you. I love you too, Harper whispered back. I never thought, never dreamed, that someone could love you? Yes, Logan smiled. Then we are both learning something new. They held each other by the dying fire. Two broken people becoming whole. Two lost souls finding home. Autumn came early that year. Harper woke one morning to frost on the windows. The air is sharp and cold. Winter is coming, Logan said at breakfast. We should go to town today, get supplies. Harper nodded, but her stomach felt tight, nervous. She had not been around many people since the night she almost died. What if someone recognized her? What if word got back to her family? The town was busy. Market day. People everywhere. Harper pulled her shawl up, kept her head down, but Logan walked proudly beside her. Introduced her to everyone. This is Harper. She has been helping me with the garden and the healing. People smiled. Were kind. We heard about little Tommy. Thank you for saving him. Harper felt herself relaxing. These were good people. Safe people. But then, Harper Miller. Harper's blood turned to ice. She knew that voice. She turned around. Her sister Sarah stood there, beautiful as always, but her face was cold. Angry. I thought you were dead, Sarah said loudly. Father said you died in the storm. People stopped talking, started staring. Logan stepped closer to Harper. Is this your sister? Unfortunately, Sarah's voice was sharp as glass. Though we disowned her months ago. Died. Harper felt all her confidence cracking. Her old fears rushing back. Sarah, she whispered. What are you doing here? Emma's husband has business here. I came along to shop. Sarah looked Harper up and down. You look different. She looks healthy, Logan said firmly. Happy? Sarah laughed. Cold. Mean. Happy? This is Harper we are talking about. She has never been happy a day in her life. That is enough. Logan's voice was dangerous now. And who are you? Sarah's eyes narrowed. What are you to my ruined sister? Harper wanted to disappear, to run. Everyone was watching now, listening. I am Logan, and Harper is not ruined. She is remarkable. Sarah's laugh got meaner. Remarkable? Look at her hand. Look at her face. She is damaged goods. Always was. Done. Harper felt tears starting. All her old shame rushing back. Maybe Sarah was right. Maybe she was just fooling herself. Maybe Logan would see the truth now and stop. The voice was Harper's own, stronger than she expected. Stop talking about me like I am not here. Sarah blinked, surprised. Harper stepped forward. Her heart was pounding, but her voice was steady. Yes, I have a scar. Yes, I am plain. But I am not damaged goods. I am a person. With feelings. With worth. Harper, Sarah started. No. You listen now. Harper's voice grew stronger. You and Emma, and mother and father. You made me believe I was worthless. But I am not. I help people. I heal them. I grow things. I matter. The crowd murmured approval. Several people nodded. These people know my worth, Harper continued. Logan knows my worth. And finally, I know it too. Yo. Sarah's face went red. How dare you speak to me that way? How dare I? Harper's eyes blazed. How dare you treat your own sister like garbage for 20 years? Sarah looked around, saw the disapproving faces. The people are choosing Harper's side. You will regret this, she hissed. I will tell father, tell everyone what you really are. Tell them, Harper said calmly. Tell them I am alive. Tell them I am happy. Tell them I found people who actually care about me. Sarah turned and stalked away. but not before throwing one last poisoned look. "This is not over," she snarled.
"Richard."
The crowd slowly dispersed. People patted Harper's shoulder, told her she did well. But Harper was shaking now. The adrenaline is wearing off. "Come," Logan said gently. "Let us go home." They rode back in silence. Harper's mind was spinning. "She will cause trouble," Harper said finally. "Let her try. You do not understand. My family, they have money. Influence. They could hurt you." Logan pulled his horse to a stop. "Harper, look at me." She did. "I have lost everything before. Title, land, name. But I survived. We will survive this too. But what if? No what ifs. We face whatever comes. Together." Harper nodded. But fear still lived in her chest. Sarah would not give up. Harper knew her sister too well. This was just the beginning. Talia. That night, Harper could not sleep. She stood by the window, watched the dark woods. Half expected to see torches, angry faces. Logan found her there. "Come to bed." "I am scared," she whispered. "I know, me too."
"Really?"
Logan pulled her close. "I almost lost you once to the cold. I will not lose you to them. Promise?" "Promise." But even as he held her, Harper wondered. Could love really win against hatred, against family poison? Could two broken people really build something strong enough to last? She hoped so. She had to hope so. Because losing Logan now would kill her. And she had finally learned how to live. 2 weeks later, they came. Harper was in the garden when she heard the horses. Multiple horses, coming fast. Her heart sank. She knew who it was before she looked. Her father. Her mother. Sarah. And Emma with her new husband. They looked like an army. Cold. Determined. Angry. Logan came out of the house. Stood beside Harper. "Stay calm," he whispered. "Remember who you are now." Harper nodded, but her hands shook. Her father dismounted first. His face was stone. "Harper, father." Her voice was steadier than she felt. "You will come home with us. Now." "No." The word surprised everyone, including Harper. Her mother spoke up. "Do not be foolish, child. We are your family. You disowned me, cast me out to die. Remember?" Emma laughed. "Pretty. Cruel. Oh, Harper. Always so dramatic. We knew you would find somewhere to go. You knew I would die in that storm. You counted on it." "Well," her mother said coldly, "here you are. Alive. So come home. Your room is waiting." "You?" Harper looked at her family. Really looked. Her father's expensive clothes. Her mother's jewels. Emma's silk dress. They looked rich, important, powerful. But they looked empty too. Cold. Loveless. "Why?" Harper asked. "Why do you want me back now?" Her parents exchanged glances. "People are talking," her father said finally, "about how we treated you. It reflects poorly on us." Harper nodded. "So this is not about love. It is about reputation." "Love?" Her mother's voice was sharp. "Harper, you are our daughter. That is enough." "No," Harper said quietly. "It is not enough anymore. Logan stepped forward. "I am Logan. Harper has told me about you." "And what exactly is your relationship to our daughter?" Harper's father demanded. "I love her, and she loves me." Emma burst out laughing. "Love Harper? Are you blind? Look at her." "I am looking at her," Logan said calmly. "I see a woman of courage, kindness, intelligence, beauty that comes from the soul." "Beauty?" Sarah snorted. "She is as plain as dirt. To you, maybe. To me, she is perfect." Harper felt tears start. Good tears. Healing tears. "You see?" her mother said to Harper. "He is lying, using you. Men like him do not love girls like you." Something snapped inside Harper. All the years of poison. Of being told she was worthless. But believing it. No more. "You want to know about men like Logan?" Harper's voice rang out clear and strong. "He saved my life when my own family left me to die. He gave me a home when you threw me out. He taught me I had worth when you convinced me I was garbage." Her family stared. They had never heard Harper speak like this. "And you want to know about girls like me?" Harper continued. "I heal sick children. I grow food that feeds people. I help anyone who asks. I work hard. I love deeply. I choose kindness over cruelty." She stepped closer to her mother. "What do you do besides judge people? Besides spreading poison? Besides, does it make everyone around you feel small?" Her mother's face went white. "How dare you?" "I dare because I am not afraid of you anymore." Harper's voice was fierce now. "You have no power over me. None of you do. She turned to Logan. Tell them what the villagers say about me. Logan smiled, pride shining in his eyes. They call her the healing woman. Children run to her when they are hurt. Mothers ask for her help. She is beloved. And you? Harper asked. What do they call you? The man lucky enough to love Harper Miller. Harper felt her heart soar. Her father was getting angry now. Enough of this nonsense. Harper, you will come home. Now, or we will make things very difficult for your friend here. Try, Logan said quietly. I have faced worse than you. Have you? I have friends in court, influence. I can destroy you. Logan's smile was cold. I am already destroyed. I have nothing left to lose. Which makes me very dangerous. Caught up. Harper looked at her family one last time. Her father, red-faced with rage. Her mother, cold as winter stone. Sarah, beautiful and poisonous. Emma, pretty and empty. They had shaped her whole life with their cruelty. Their rejection. Their poison. But no more. I have something to tell you, Harper said calmly. Something I should have said years ago. They waited. I forgive you. Shocked silence. I forgive you for the years of criticism, for making me feel worthless, for casting me out, for trying to kill my spirit. Harper's voice was clear, strong, free, but I will never go back to being your victim. I am done with all of you, forever. Right? She turned to Logan. Take me home. With pleasure. They walked toward the house, hand in hand. Harper, her mother called. If you do this, if you choose him over family, you are dead to us, forever. Harper stopped, looked back one last time. Good, she said simply. Being dead to you means being alive to myself. They went inside, closed the door. Through the window they watched her family ride away. Angry, defeated, gone. It is over, Logan whispered. Yes, Harper said. Finally, it is over. She was free. Winter passed quietly. Harper and Logan lived in peace. Love grew deeper every day. The villagers came to them for help, for healing, for advice. Harper's confidence bloomed like spring flowers. She stood taller, spoke clearer, smiled easier. You are becoming who you were always meant to be, Logan told her one snowy evening. We both are, Harper replied. Spring came early. The village decided to have a festival. Will you come? Asked Mary, the baker's wife. Please? You and Logan have done so much for us. Harper hesitated. I am not good at parties. Nonsense, said old John. You are the guest of honor. We want to celebrate you. Harper looked at Logan. He nodded encouragingly. All right, she said. We will come. Late. The festival was beautiful. Music, dancing, food, laughter. Harper wore her best dress. Logan wore his finest shirt. People greeted them like heroes. Like family. Speech, someone called. Harper should give a speech. Oh no, Harper said quickly. I could not. Yes, you can, Logan whispered. Tell them what is in your heart. The crowd gathered. Wait, Harper stood up. Her hands shook only a little. As she began. Then stopped. Started again. A year ago I was dying in the snow. My own family had cast me out. I thought my life was over. Murmurs of sympathy. But this village, all of you, you saved me. Not just Logan, all of you. You welcomed me, trusted me, let me help. Her voice grew stronger. You taught me that family is not just blood. Family are people who choose to love you, who sees your worth, who help you become your best self. So thank you, Harper continued, for giving me a home, a purpose, a life worth living. The crowd erupted in cheers. People wiped tears from their eyes. Logan pulled Harper into his arms, kissed her right there in front of everyone. More cheers. More laughter. Marry her, someone shouted. Marry the girl. Logan and Harper looked at each other, both blushing, both hoping. Well? Logan asked softly. Will you? Yes, Harper whispered. Yes, I will. The crowd went wild. They married a month later. Simple ceremony, village church. All their friends are there. Harper wore white flowers in her hair. Logan wore his father's ring. No fancy dress. No golden carriage. No titled guests. Just love, pure and true and strong. Do you take this woman? The minister began. I do, Logan said firmly. Forever. Do you take this man? I do, Harper said, tears streaming down her face. With all my heart, then I pronounce you husband and wife. They kissed as the bells rang out across the valley. Mr. and Mrs. Logan, partners. equals whole. That night, they sat by their fire. Married now, complete. Any regrets? Logan asked, stroking Harper's hair. Only one, Harper said. Logan tensed. What? Harper smiled. I regret that it took so long to find you. Logan laughed, kissed her again. We found each other when we needed to. That is what matters. Do you think? Harper hesitated. Do you think Thomas would approve? Logan was quiet for a moment. Then he smiled. I think Thomas sent you to me. I think he knew I needed saving too. Harper curled up against Logan's chest. Safe, loved, home. Outside, snow began to fall. But inside, all was warm. All was well. All was perfect. 5 years later, Harper stood in her garden, the largest garden for miles around. Rows of vegetables, herbs for healing, flowers for beauty. Children played between the plants. Village children who came to learn, to help, to be loved. Aunt Harper, they called her. Look what we found. Harper smiled, knelt down to see their treasures. A perfect tomato, a butterfly cocoon, a smooth stone. Beautiful, she said to each discovery. Tell me about it. Benja. Logan watched from the doorway. His heart is full. Harper was glowing, literally glowing with happiness. Her hair was longer now, braided with flowers. Her dress was as green as summer leaves. But her smile was the most beautiful thing he had ever seen. Papa Logan. A little girl ran up to him. Look, the beans are ready. Are they? Logan scooped up the child. We should pick them for supper then. The little girl was not their blood child. Neither were the boys chasing chickens, or the baby sleeping in the house. They were village children. Orphans. Lost one. Harper and Logan took them all in, gave them love. Family, hope, to live. How many now? Logan had asked last month. 7. Harper had replied. Is that too many? Never too many. Love multiplies. It does not divide. And it was true. The more children they loved, the more love they had. Their house was full, noisy, chaotic, perfect. That evening, after the children were in bed, Harper and Logan walked through the village. People waved from their windows, called out greetings. Evening, Logan. Evening, Harper. They were beloved here. Respected, valued. Logan ran the village school now, taught reading and writing and numbers. Harper was the official healer. People came from other villages to see her. They had built a good life, a meaningful life. Together. Remember our first walk through town? Logan asked. When was Sarah so cruel? When you stood up to her. When you found your voice. Harper smiled. I was so scared that day. You were magnificent. They passed the church where they were married, the school where Logan taught, the clinic where Harper healed. All theirs. All built with love and work and hope. Do you ever wonder? Harper began. About your family? If they are well? Harper nodded. Sometimes. But then I remember. They are not my family anymore. You are. The children are. The village is. Logan squeezed her hand. I love you, Harper. Logan. I love you too, Logan. Logan. They both laughed. It was an old joke between them. They reached their house. Warm light glowed in the windows. Through the glass, they could see their children, reading, playing, being safe and loved. Look what we built, Harper whispered. Look what we saved, Logan replied. They had saved each other, and then they had saved others. Broken people healing broken people. Lost souls helping lost souls find home. Ready to go in? Logan asked. Always. With you I am always ready. They walked inside, into warmth, into laughter, into love, into the life they had chosen. The family they had built, the happiness they had earned. That night, as every night, Logan and Harper sat by their fire. The children are asleep upstairs. The village was quiet around them, just the two of them. Still in love, still grateful. Thank you, Harper whispered. For what this time? For seeing me, for saving me, for loving me. Logan kissed her forehead. Thank you for letting me. Outside, snow fell gently. The first snow of another winter. But inside, all was warm. All was bright. All was perfect. And in her dreams that night, Harper heard a voice. A kind voice. A grateful voice. Well done, it whispered. Well done, children. Live well, love well, be happy. And they were, forever and always. They were.